And we're off to our next location. Bye, cabin. Well, to be honest with you guys, that hike was short-lived.
We're starving because we haven't eaten today, so it's just kind of a rough start.
But we got some cool shots, and it was pretty. We ended up just leaving. Now we're gonna grab a bite to eat. We're gonna get some groceries. So we found the Cabin Lodge Grill over this beautiful Maryland lake. And my one request was I wanted ice cream. Do you know what shop is behind me? An ice cream shop. So it worked out. After Quinn was stressing because he was getting really hungry. We finally found a cool spot. So we got the goods, and funny thing, there was probably 6 ladies that came out of this creamery, and we were talking to them, and I asked them how the ice cream was because I wanted ice cream, and they were like, oh, it's good. And then got to asking where we were from and chit-chatting, and then they told us that there's this thing called Potato Fest in Eppenworth or Eppen. I'll get it right when we get in the car and let you guys know. But there's a thing called Potato Fest, and it's the last weekend of September. And it's so cool because obviously everything's potatoes, but there's tons of bands that can play. So I think we're going to call them maybe later or tomorrow and see if we can get Quinn on their schedule. Because that would be cool. And have you guys heard of a potato pancake? Because they sell those there, obviously. I've never heard of them.
This is insane. I'm about to make a complete mess. I'm about to be a complete mess.
What do you rate it?
I was gonna say like maybe a 7.9 or 8.1, but it's got a little bit of kick at the end that makes it a lot better.
What is that, babe?
Sirius found some kind of bone.
Right on. Gosh. A little scraggly this morning. Let me just get my rat's nest out. Good morning. It's currently 10:17, and just wanted to update you guys about our night last night and our plans for today because of our night last night. So we ended up going to bed around 11, and from 11 to 1 I slept great. I was so warm. We
got some heated blankets last night or yesterday before coming here. That way, you know, we're not freezing and we're not having to use a heater that will drain all of our battery. So the heated blankets, great idea.
It was super warm. They'll cook you out of your sleeping bag. It actually happened to Quinn.
I had to wake up in the middle of the night and turn it off because I was roasting.
Yeah, probably around 1:03 to be exact. I woke up because I heard a bunch of coyotes howling, and not just your typical howl like, ooh, yep, there's coyotes. No, they were ripping into something, and that was terrifying to me. Out of all the animals, like all the animal sounds, coyotes howling, that does it for me. And I know we'll hear coyotes howling and we'll hear other animals walking through the woods.
These ones were pretty close.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it definitely does sound pretty eerie, but at the same time, I also know coyotes aren't going to do really anything to humans. Tipsy was trying to get some of the action. She kept meowing, but it was like like, trying to just pretty much give our spot away.
Yeah, so we ended up putting her and myself in the car. I asked Quinn when I woke up, I told him to wake up and listen, and we sat and listened for a while, and I asked him to bring the car over because the car was over here. we ended up moving it extremely close just because I was going to be in it and Quinn was going to be in the tent by herself, because I told him, I'm like, I want to leave. And he's like, well, it's already 1:30, we're not leaving. And I told him, well, I at least want to get in the car, because we just felt like we were all alone out here, cabin in the woods. Like when we pulled into here, we drove for miles and miles and miles and miles on this little mountain, and there's nobody, like none. And then to hear the coyotes, I'm like, put me in the car. So I brought my heated blanket and my sleeping bag and my pillow.
And she left me.
I did. I left him, but he was right here. So, but when I opened my eyes and it was light outside again, I ended up moving back to the tent, which was good because I got to snuggle and keep warm this morning.
Yeah, I don't know what time it was. I woke up to, at the entrance of our tent, we've got like this little mat, and anyway, it's the same material as the tent, so whenever you step on it, it crinkles and you can hear it. There was some kind of animal that was checking the tent out. Yeah, anyway, I walked across, crinkled, and I woke up. And I could just, like, imagine, it's kind of like a dog going up and sniffing, like, scoping the area out. That thing was right there. So, I don't know if it was a coyote or even a bear, because it was something bigger.
Good news is we're about to figure out where our next stop is.
Also, I really want to make it to New York before it gets, like, cold.
So, long story short, last night was kind of weird, and today we're looking for a different place that's got people around, so we're not all alone. Tipsy. She knocked over her thing and now she's trying to escape. It's an everyday thing. Somebody's ready to go. Are you ready to go, Chip Chip? Are you ready to go?
I am. Ready for some coffee.